Namakau, Miss Supranational Zambia.
Hello.
Namakau, representing Zambia, it's an honor to welcome your wonderful country to the Super family this year, and thank you so much for joining Super Chat tonight. Can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Namakal now, and I am representing Zambia at this year's Miss Supranational. I am 19 years old, and I'm a counting student. I am actually the fourth Miss Supranational to be representing Zambia, but what makes me different is that I actually went through the grooming process, and I did go through everything in the pageant, unlike the other three queens who are actually just appointed. So I'm really excited to be here this year.
And we're excited to have you among a wonderful group of Miss Supranational 2025 candidates. Thank you very much, Namakau, for this introduction. Namakal from Zambia, let's discuss your life a little bit. Well, and your profession/social cause. You're an advocate for financial literacy. Tell us why this cause is so close to your heart.
Okay, I'm an advocate for financial literacy because of my story. I tend to be very emotional when I talk about this, but I tried not to be today. I come from a broken home, and not many people know about this, but I watched my mom get beaten at night, and I heard a lot of things, bad things be said to her as a child. And I think a lot of women do go through that, and most of the women, unlike my mom, are not under employment and don't really have intelligence on how to manage their finances, how they can get a job, and how they can save up that. So I draw the inspiration to be a financial literacy advocate from my story and just educate the women about how they're supposed to manage their finances, how they budget. And it's not only that, I've also I'm currently working with this foundation called Merciful Home. It's an orphanage. They have a school, so I do hold classes with the young children there and also the adults, just educating them on financial literacy. It's not really easy to grow up in such an environment, and I just want to be an inspiration to everybody to say, not where you come from doesn't determine who you are and what you can be in life.
Thank you very much, Namako, for sharing this part of your life story. Well, I can understand that it's very personal, so we really appreciate it. And that actually you turned it into a very noble and life-changing mission for many. This is very important.
Yes.
Thank you for this. And also, at the age of 19, you're one of the youngest candidates in this year's Miss Supranational experience. Why do you feel made you stand out to be chosen to represent your country supranationally?
I think what made me stand out in my national pageant is the fact that I'm very determined and very authentic. When you're in a group of, let's say, 20 people, because I was competing with 20 people, it's really hard for you to stay true to yourself and just be authentic because of the different personalities. You find that people are very influential, and you might want to change your personality to suit the environment or just to suit the people that you're working with. But the fact that I still remained authentic, true to myself, determined despite being a first time pageant girl, because if you saw some things at the list that I wrote about things that are interesting about me, I wrote to say I learned something new each year, and pageants was one of the things that I wanted to learn this year, and I did do that, and I came out victorious. I'm really, really grateful to have been chosen as the one to represent my country as Miss Supranational.
Yeah, so this will be a new experience for you also, and we'll talk with you more about pageantry in the third block of this Super Chat episode. Namakau, representing Zambia, as promised, let's talk about pageantry with you. So let's turn on our imagination and imagine that you are a pageant owner, a big boss. So if you were to become a pageant owner, what rule would you implement or get rid of to ensure that the best candidate wins?
Okay, I think what rule I'll change or what rule I'd put in place is the age limit. Some pageants have age limits and some don't. So if I was a pageant owner, I think I wouldn't have an age limit because age doesn't define who a woman is or what you can achieve and what else you can do in pageantry. So I think the age limit is something I'll change and just make sure everybody is included and everybody feels loved and appreciated, no matter how old they are.
Thank you so much, Namakal, for sharing your life experience, for sharing your life stories, for sharing your ideas. Yeah, and we're looking forward to meeting you in Poland June the 9th. See you soon.
Thank you.